PVC session number 6, overhead press. Today we'll start with some warm-up, moving into some drills with the drop jerk, press in a split stance, and push jerk and split jerk combo. And then we'll finish the session with some accessory work that you can all do at home. To complete the warm-up today, you will need a PVC pipe, a lacrosse ball if you can, tennis ball, golf ball would work as well, and a chair. We'll first start with our PVC pass-throughs for 10 reps, around the world, 5 per side reps, and lat stretch 30 seconds per side. We'll move on then to some lacrosse and chair PVC stretch with lacrosse ball form, smash 30 seconds per side, chair PVC lat stretch 1 minute, not per side, and then a PVC elbow through 5 reps per side. We'll move on then to some lunges through with the PVC using a door frame, and then PVC door presses 10 reps. Last but not least, dip with pause and 10 reps. As usual, I will show you all these movements. Alright, for your warm-up, you will need a PVC pipe, a lacrosse ball, and a chair. Super simple. Hopefully you guys can find that. You can also grab a bench or a box if you have a box, but we'll make it work with the chair. PVC pass through, nothing new here. Just kind of give me 10 reps. Avoid that neck to be too far forward, so think of a good posture to start with. And then if you can, just bring your hands as close as possible to bring the PVC pipe over. Around the world, same thing, just make sure you keep your arms straight. You're gonna go 5 reps per side, and then you'll switch side for 5 more reps. Lat stretch, straight line from my left wrist all the way down to my left ankle. I'm gonna try to be as straight as I can and hold that position, pushing my chest through for about 30 seconds, and then I'll switch side and go to the other. From there, I'm gonna put the PVC pipe down, and I'll need my chair and lacrosse ball. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to smash my form. Sometimes limitation just happens, your form is really tight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the side here and smash as much as I can on my form to make sure that I get a good mobility today. So go to your knees, however you want, and then just start smashing your form. Just don't be afraid to move your hands around as you're doing this. I would do this for at least 30 to a minute per side. Just make sure that you get your form pretty good with that lacrosse ball. When you're done with that, stay down on with that chair, grab your PVC pipe back, and now try to, with your elbows in as much as possible onto the chair. Now my goal is to try to bring my head all the way through and just let my lat stretch. So this is for your lat, but this is also for your front rack mobility. This is very important. So again, elbows onto the chair, holding onto the PVC pipe, and stretch. Woo, feels good. All right. When you guys are done with that, I recommend find a door frame. And maybe you can't, if you cannot do this through a door frame, then obviously don't. But if you can, this is my door frame here. I'm going to place my PVC pipe against that door frame, and I'm just going to do lunges. Now, today we're doing overhead press, not overhead squatting or snatch. So please, try to find your clean grip, and that's where you go. I'm going to try to do lunges to open up my chest. I'm going to go all the way down, open my chest, keeping my arms straight, head up, and I'm going to go 10 reps. From there, I'm going to stay in that same position. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go back down to this front rack position, and I'm going to press. Why do I want to do this? So I can think of the bar pass I'm looking for when I'm away from that door frame. Hopefully your door frame is straight, so you should be able to do this. Move my head out of the way, press. Through, bring my head through at the top, reverse everything on the way back down. Last but not least, again with the door frame, I'm going to work on my dip. Why? Because today we're going to do push jerk and split jerk, so I think it's very important to work on your dip. And a lot of us go forward, so might as well just go against something that doesn't allow you to go forward with your chest. So if I go against that door frame, I'm here and drive. Remember that on that dip, it's only my knees that are coming slightly forward. I like to say 11 and 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock for my left knee, 1 o'clock for my right knee, then stand back up, squeezing my legs together. Dip, drive for about 10 reps. Cool? As usual, repeat those movements as many times as you want until you feel warmed up, ready to go for the next part. A bit long of a warm-up, but very necessary for what we have now. Overhead press drill. The first one we're going to do a drop jerk. We're going to go 2 in a push jerk stance, 2 in a split jerk for a total of 8 sets every 90 seconds. Alright, drop jerk will be our first drill today to work on overhead presses. 2 in a push stance, 2 in a split, 8 sets, 1 set every 90 seconds. So to do so, we're going to go to the top of the bread. So I want you guys to start with a PVC pipe directly on your forehead. Make sure your elbows are not out, in nice and tall. You're going to go to your toes. From this position, we are not pressing the PVC pipe up. I'm dropping underneath it. And if I'm doing a push jerk, I'm dropping into my stance, which means that my hips have to go back. And if I drop into my split, it goes like this. From here, drop on. So again, I'll do 2 push, 2 split. Two push, 2 split, 8 sets every 90 seconds. Our second drill for today, press in the split stance. We will do 3 reps with the left leg forward, 3 reps with the right leg forward for 8 sets every 90 seconds. Alright, I really like this drill because it forces you to get comfortable in that split stance. So it does 2 things. It does help you with position, and it does help you with getting comfortable with the movement. So press in a split stance. First you have to find it. To do that, refer to video number 2 talking about the split jerk. From there, I'm going to do 3 reps with my left leg forward. So bring my left leg forward, bring the back legs where it needs to be. Remember, quick check. There we go. This is not my strong leg, so I may have to work a little harder with this. I'm going to start that position. My chest needs to be upright. Square my hips, toes forward. Barbell in that front right position. I'm going to move my head out of the way. Press it overhead. Bring it back down where I started. Press it overhead. I'm going to do 3 reps this way. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to change my stance to switch with the right leg forward. And same thing, upright, move my head out of the way, press, press, press. This drill is all about position. Don't rush. It should not be hard, but it should be all about figuring out what you're doing. Our third drill and final drill will be to have a combo of push jerk and split jerk. We're going to go 2 push jerk plus 3 split jerk for 8 sets every 90 seconds. Alright, putting it all together in that last drill. We're going to go 2 push jerk, 3 split jerk. So remember, on both, the idea is to drop under that PVC or barbell. Alright, we're going to allow ourselves that dip. Still try to extend the hips. That extension is almost like a jump, if not a jump. So don't be afraid to get those feet off the ground for every rep. That is okay. What you don't want to do is just turn to go to your toes. The big problem that we see is the dip. So make sure that when you're dipping down, we're keeping ourselves upright. None of this. Even slide forward down become a big deal at the very bottom. So again, my knees 11, 1 o'clock. If you need to review the warm-up, review video number 2, talking about the dip. So please, dip, either a jump to go to my squats on the push jerk, or a jump to go into my split for the split jerk. But anyway, 2 push jerk, 3 split jerk. Reset every rep. It's super important that you are as straight as possible. If you're like me, you have a tendency to have a pretty crappy posture. You have to make a point to reset every rep. So every rep is good. Practice good habits. To end the session today, we'll talk about a few accessories that you guys can do to strengthen your overhead press. Number 1, core strength. Hollow arch, Superman arch, side plank, front plank, on your hands, elbows, GHD sit-ups, toes to bar. All those movements will help you to develop a stronger core. You have a stronger core, you have a better posture. Number 2, an isometric hold. That is holding barbell, weight, PVC, anything like that in different position. So maybe we hold the front rack position, maybe we hold the finish position, maybe we hold the halfway through position. Anything to force you to create strengths in those positions will help you develop the full movements. Last but not least is posture mobility. Chest, shoulders, upper back, triceps, lats, all those are going to be combined to use during an overhead press. And if one of those are tight, you will pay the consequences in a very, very poor front rack. So if you want to improve your split jerk and push jerk, I would start with my overall posture and make sure that I have good mobility, develop some core strengths, work on some isometric hold as well as the drills today. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your session.